Okay. Clearly documenting everything, like what I'm really going through here, is setting off. I'm not going to get into it. It's because I have to explain it every video. I'm a fucking witness to crime. Okay, let's just do it. Explain it every time to the brain dead Americans. It's setting off the criminals who are police that hold badges. Because of events like January 6th, when they stormed the Capitol, and there's so many military enlisted members, officials within police departments, so on and so forth, that were part of this attempted overthrow. And what they call this insurrection. The criminal activity I witness here, they are using their powers and abusing it, their abuse of power, to protect themselves. Okay? I documented it the best I could when my spiritual guidance was it was safe to. And I noticed the construction to the plumbing, which I 99% believe is WMDs. Never did I say I was sure, because you have to search the house, and I have put it in writing back and forth, and I have said it back and forth. They need to search the house. This is not for me, right? But that I have yet to see happen. All that happens circumstantially, factually, is they keep coming to the witness, me, the one who's alleging everything. And this is what I would say, witness tampering, witness intimidation, to the point where they're trying to, I would say, remove me from the crime scene on the grounds that I'm in some sort of delusional psychosis, right? And I'm a danger to myself, a danger to others. These legal grounds, right? They want to have justification for that. But at this point, with the constant busting into my door, with a criminal suspect who's ushering them to do that action, why are you trying to even have any legal grounds? I mean, it's a real question. What's the rationale? I mean, why even do it? Okay? Right before, or wait, was it? Yeah, before and after the insurrection, I documented this and wrote it down. I've done really well on that. They started the construction. Now, I've always said it's meth, because there's no doubt drugs flying here. Or WMDs. So when the police activity that I don't talk about started up, it led me to believe it's probably WMDs. I don't think you get that kind of police activity over residences for meth labs, but maybe it's this big meth lab. I just don't know. I have filmed going up there. I tried to film, right? What I caught her doing on film, which is on the Flickr, on the photos, is serious criminal evidence. I know I saw something, I just don't know what. But all that happens is the city officials prove to actual prosecutors, not ones that are involved with, like I said, the insurrection, trying to protect themselves or using their power and abusing it for a means to an end of their own political ambitions. Okay, that's what the insurrection on January 6th was. Trump is a political member. His lawyers are officials, all right? So they're abusing their power. I don't need to explain this. I mean, this is so unfair. So here I am, a chef. I was an aspiring lawyer. I'm moving here off Craigslist because we know the content of my account for 5 years. It caused me to get no employment. It caused my family to go after me, which was actually good. Because in counseling, I was being told, you need to cut those ties with the abuser or you're never going to heal from that abuse. And let this be testimony. I know it's an asterisk, it's a sideline. Abusers never stop abusing if this is not fact by now. They're not. The family abusers will pursue the fucking family member that they abuse, and like men that kill their wives and end up on death row when we used to have a justice system. That is a textbook of a family abuser. You got to get away from those people because God knows how far they'll take it. Okay, so this is fact. She and he and the rest of these people who I really didn't know, but they are related to me, are falling into this textbook definition, behavior, all their actions they've taken, okay? So when I rose up myself and became an activist online 5 years ago, I lost all this perceived contacts I had with these people, and they went after me, but they had already been doing it for years. That is why I say with the relatives, this goes back into my mid-20s. All right, enough with that. All that happens factually since I've been documenting, reporting, speaking, telling the truth of what I smell, what I see, what I'm hearing, what I'm tasting. This is pretty elementary. In this residence, the only thing that ever happens is they come to my door. I saw the white female today. I know I don't look my best, okay? I haven't had a chance to do my regular womanly things because I have this kind of environment I'm in. All right, I am, like I have typed, in a very bad situation in this house. All right, so can you lay off how I look right now? I saw the white female again. There is nobody to a sober adult that you could present her to in real life and convince that she does not have a critical drug habit. Okay? She looks like a drug user with a really, really bad habit. I just saw her again. I went to the bathroom. She went straight upstairs, managed whatever I presume is a WMD lab right in front of me. I presume she wants me to talk about her. I presume it's because she'll bring these people back to bust in my door to get me out. Whatever he and her are doing has caused these police to do the stuff they do, which I won't talk about. Okay? Oh, well, I have talked about it. They fly right up to the yellow house and put strobe lights on this. Like, this is serious stuff. A wife would tell her husband, honey, what's going on at the neighbor's house? They're like yellow and red helicopters. They don't have markings on them. And they fly almost right onto the roofs and put their spotlights on them all the fucking time. They followed this one guy who used to stay there in and out. Like the movies. Let me find the movie. You can put me through hell, you Americans do. Goodfellas. You know the movie Goodfellas when the feds are following the mob guy? I saw that a handful of times. I'm not the only one in DC who's seeing the police activity over these houses. And I'm telling people, I'm not backing down. When I hear a woman screaming, gargling, I'm not going to role play her to reenact it because it was really upsetting. And then I smell, for the first time, the most horrid, putrid smell that was so alarming, I myself called the fire department. Okay, so we know what's happened, okay? I have done such a due diligent job of documenting this, but to this day, the same people who are involved with these criminal acts that I know I'm witnessing keep bringing people to bust in my door on a regular basis. So let's say I'm correct and it is WMDs, then this is factually a WMD terrorist cell. And the city officials are factually protecting it. So that means this is the capital of the United States. And the city officials are protecting a bomb factory. Whatever they're doing up there, it requires constant management There's fire alarms, chemical smells I've never smelled in my life anywhere until I lived here. They sneak. I've done it all. The real police, wherever you are, you know what I've witnessed here. It is shocking to me, too, that they're still coming and busting into my door. I saw her again just before I went to take the trash out on my way to the restroom. Of course, I figured deductively, if they brought in their, what do you call these, accomplices to terrorism? That's what I would call these people. If they brought in these city officials who are actually acting as accomplices to a terrorist cell, in the presumption and hopes that I was going to be hauled out of here for a mental health crisis, then I inductively, I'm sorry, let's not worry about the deductive inductive right now. My memory's really bad. I've strongly concluded it was safe to take my garbage out and so on and so forth, okay? I have written how they come, they sneak down the stairs and they'll stand outside of my door. I'll be in the kitchen cooking. This is serious fucking shit, and I've heard chicks fucking scream and gargle in here. Fucking what? Whoa. The fucking drugs I smelled in here. I know that. Dude, every day. All 3 floors, the house was what you call a crack den? It was. But you have to describe this in every sense, how it smells, how a crack den sounds, what a crack den looks like. And then they're still gonna tell me I'm imagining it and I'm delusional. Fire alarms are going off because of the steam and all that. And the lady's coming out so high, her voice sounds funny. The male is coming to my door, knocking, covered in sweat, visibly high as the sky, dude. Asking me if I have a syringe, but I'm not in a crack den. I'm delusional, and I'm imagining that. I know, all right? So the city, the people that are coming in here to me, oh, I'm sure the lawyers would agree, are accomplices to a terrorist cell now. And they keep coming after the witness. No matter what, they won't go look and see what's going on in these rooms. What's going on with this plumbing that goes to, like I've described it. What's going on in the basement. Why was that man he keeps letting all these people bust into my door? Why was he for weeks on end covered from his hands, his neck, and his legs, his entire body, multiple times in a thick film of dirt? I'm a rookie, so I thought, was he doing something in his garage? But he kept coming up from the basement, like over 10 times, like for a duration of a long period of time. Covered like that. Covered. Clothes, arms, covered in dirt. So, okay, the fact I'm talking about this is clearly set these dirty cops off. That's where I'm placing the blame. And this is where I'm going to conclude. Either they're going to be successful and they're going to haul me out of here, okay? And they're going to lock me away in some insane asylum, which would be really, really traumatic and just so illegal. Or the dirty cops are going to do what we keep seeing on the news. They're going to end my life, and I'm going to be, they probably won't put it on the news though with me. I'm going to be killed by the dirty cops. They're going to say something or other and I'll just be dead. I have to assume this because there's been, the first dead body I smelled here, I called the authorities about. I need the cops to verify, but you don't after a while with everything else that the suspects have been allowed to do. Something serious, felonious is happening here. So serious, felonious. And if I die because I spoke the truth, then it was God's will. That's what I've been trying to say. If I end up being put in an asylum for years on end, which seems kind of abstract, and I don't see why they would do that. It's completely illegal. But it's God's will. I can't do anything to stop these people. They keep storming into my room, no matter what I say about these suspects. All right? I'm going to continue to pray today. I fixed my lock so it is secure. But clearly, as shown, they'll just come right in, okay? Okay? God bless.